Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld, where we are back in Stoneblock 3 land. We are down in our cave. Nothing much has changed. This thing hurt me. This thing made me sad. I cried a lot after using this. It made me feel very bad. But we found a way around it, and apples saved the day. Apples have made me what once was broken is now whole again, and I think we can celebrate the apple. I've also made zinc nuggets because I'm angling for a water wheel, which is fairly straightforward. It's a shaft, glorious shaft, which is andesite alloys, which is andesite and zinc. Two of them make shaft. We're gonna be getting well shafted here. I think that's the long, short, and tall of it. So we're going to do that, and we are going to go with... Is it polished andesite or just andesite? I think it's just andesite. I think it is just andesite. There. I knew we had some. I did know we had some. Bosh. We got 4 andesite alloys. That's enough to make 2 shafts, I think. Oh. I'm going to make 8 shafts because I don't want 16 shafts. We're going to look at a water wheel. We're out of wood. It's fine. We have got an inventory full of absolute trash at the moment. I'm not thrilled about that. I can genuinely share with you that I am not thrilled about the fact that I've got an inventory full of trash. So we're thinking of making a water wheel, but as yet we have no water. We are kind of in a difficult position. In as much as we need probably 10 iron. We got 1. We probably need 10 iron to make a cauldron and a bucket. Once we've got that, we are reasonably well off in the iron stakes. So let's do the tree dance because we can. Dupe, nice. Shapeless crafting for the win. We got vines. I don't know why we got vines. Gonna go with it. And we need to lose the wood too. Pink, nice. That does make me hungry. Not as much as the cranking does, but it does make me hungry. So we've got a water wheel. I'd like this episode to get that water wheel banging, which means we have to get this thing loaded up with gravel again. Gravel? It's loaded up with gravel. Alright. It's chewing on the gravel. Then we are getting hungry again. Gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep pushing. We need that iron. No ifs, no buts. We need that iron. It's a shame this thing makes me feel so sad. Oh, by the way, I put my skillet down. For better or worse, I've put my skillet down there. I'm assuming at some point I can cook with that, but I don't know definitively. We can make more stone rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can make more crooks. 2 more crooks. That's good. We can move the andesite alloy because we're going to need to crook the tree. Still chewing on gravel. You can see the gravel effect coming out of it, and that means it's still chewing on gravel. It is depleting my hunger. Not enjoying this. I need this to be automated. It's making me very sad. But hopefully we can get the 10 iron that we need out of this thing. And then I think things will get stronger for us. Once we're not thrashing ourselves with a hand crank. There's no dignity to be had thrashing yourself with a hand crank. Man, it just watching the food go down is depressing. Look at it go. Okay, we've stopped grinding gravel. We'll just eat up, right click, 13 iron, absolutely wizard. Got 2 baked potatoes, also pretty damn good. 13 iron, 4 raw zinc. We're going to make some progress now. What we might do, while we're just twiddling our thumbs, is make another chest, because we need somewhere to just stick cobblestone. We've got an inventory full of cobblestone, and that can't stay. That's got to go. You're going to be over here in storage corner. Cobble, cobble, cobble. We'll keep some, obviously. Obviously we keep some. We're not an animal. Kind of a little bit an animal. We've got 14 coal out of that, so that's good. It's good returns. Good returns. I like that. I like the returns we're getting. I feel better now. I feel better now that we've hand cranked 13 iron. I feel like a real man. You know what I mean? Real men hand crank. But it is a painful job. You don't realise how painful it is. But we've got 2 jacket potatoes ready to roll, so that's a bonus. In every life, there is a little bit of a win and a little bit of a lose. That's a win for me. I'm happy with that. As soon as that hits 10, we're gonna rob it off. In fact, 9 will do. We're gonna make a cauldron like that, which is 7 down, and we're gonna make a bucket like that, which is 1 down. Perfect. So we're gonna throw the cauldron down over somewhere, probably here, and we're gonna bang saplings in that, and then we're gonna bucket out that water. And we're going to take that water somewhere nice. Over here, maybe. Kind of need a infinite water source somewhere. How are we going to do this? We're going to break that. We're going to break that. We're going to break that. Can we get away with that? We can, because there's a chest there. But we're going down a level anyway. That could go, and that can go. And then we put a bucket of water there. And we do that again, another bucket of water, and that bucket of water goes there. Nope, does not go there, goes there. Infinite water source, bosh, job done. So we now have water, so that means we can power a water wheel. That's a true story, we can. How we're going to do this, I don't really know. We're going to break the crank. We're going to break that thing. That cogwheel. That cogwheel actually could stay there. We need to put potentially some sort of... Because our water wheel is going to eject power out of its side. So let's make a space behind this. Like this. So if we had some form of gearbox atop that thing that took power going this way and turned it into power going that way, that would enable a transference of power. And then our grinding thing would be permo-turning. Permo-turning? Permo-turning's a thing. Right, we've got a water wheel. Where's our water wheel? There is our little water wheel. It's a little itty-bitty water wheel. Can we place it anywhere? That is not where I wanted it. That's perfectly not where I wanted it. What about there? That is exactly where I wanted it. How we're going to get this wet, I don't really know. But we're going to bring a shaft, and we got 7 of them, out of there, into whatever we put here that turns that into that, which I don't know what that is. We need... Can I put blocks of cobblestone there? And that should send water, if I do this correctly. So I need to put water up there, and then the water will cascade down across this thing. And hopefully into the ground down there. And then just sit there and do nothing. Like that. So, theoretically, if I put a bucket of water way the heck up there, that will give me rotational power. I just need to work out how to attach that rotational power onto there. And I think we can make that bigger, and then it'll go faster, or it'll have more torque. It's all about the torque, you know. Let's repair that, because it's getting a bit bonneted. It's not as bonneted as it was. We have got a hand crank to spare now. We'll pop him in there for now. Do you want to chew on that? It's a bit of a waste of charcoal, but it'll do. Right, let's have a look at create. We want something that can turn power through 90 degrees. A gearbox? A vertical gearbox. That sounds right, doesn't it? W to ponder that. Okay, so it does reverse connections. That's fine. I don't really care. Okay, so a vertical gearbox potentially is what we're looking for. Where was it? That's it. A gearbox crafted makes a vertical gearbox. So a gearbox is 4 cogwheels and andesite casing. Andesite casing is applying andesite alloy to a lump of wood. Okay, I could do that. I could do that. And then 4 cogwheels, which we could do easier now that we've got the shafts. Okay. We want 4 shafts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 wood. We don't have 4 wood. Okay, that's awkward. Lol. Should plan ahead. Furryears should plan ahead. He doesn't. Alright, 4 cogwheels. Nice. And the andesite casing was, if I place down that, and then I take one of these and I apply it, no? Is that not what you're telling me? That felt like what you were telling me there. Nope. Alright, let's try that again. Does it have to be stripped wood? It looks like it has to be stripped wood. How do we strip wood? An axe. Oh god. Okay. We need an axe. Alrighty. That's gonna be a pain in the bottom. We can take that out and put that in here. We need a axe head. Small axe head. I don't know what else we need for an axe. What else does we need for an axe? I think the rest of the axe, no matter what it is, can be made out of... Okay, so it is just wooden parts, stick. and binding. And inventory is now full. Great. So now we can make, if I select it correctly, that gets me a small axe. Move those, bring that down, and then apparently if I plop that down and I do that, that's stripped. Then if I get this stuff and plop that down, that's encased. There we go. Wizard, and then we go to the craftamajig and we say, I want a gearbox, please. Gearbox? I want a gearbox. That one, the vertical gearbox. No, because we have to make that first. Bosh, got that. Craft that into a vertical gearbox, and then see if we can attach that somehow onto there. There we go. Nice. No more getting knackered. Now, can I put cobble in here? If I put cobble in here... No, I can't. Good. It won't take cobble. That's fine. That's not unexpected. So let's do the cobble dance. And then I think it might, maybe, be time for a farm. Okay, that's good. The hammer broke. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. HAMMER, I believe it was... Yeah, we need more stone sticks. That's fine. Cobblestone. It's pretty straightforward stuff, really. There we go. So that should enable me to just go kablooey. All got. All the gravel. All the time. How much gravel was that? 45 gravel. Alright. In that case, you can chew on 45 gravel. And it's doing it. Perfect. And we're not getting knackered because it's doing it all itself. Looks like there's plenty of power there. It does look like there's plenty of power there. There's no step up on that gear ratio. We could make that thing go faster. With a little bit of jiggery-pokery shenanigans and stuff. But for now, that's good enough. That's good enough for me. We can let that just chew through all of the stuff. And think about maybe making a farm. We've destroyed most of our dirt. We've still got 7 dirt left, so we can crack on and maybe over here somewhere push this back and maybe make a farm, make a start on a farm, get a bit of farm action going. It's not going to be extensive yet. That's not where we are. It's a shame that the hammer is the only way to grind stuff down for now, because getting dirt could be an absolute pain in the body. Not a big fan of that. That's gonna grate. That's gonna grate something rotten. But we'll cope. We'll get there. We will get there. It all needs to be done, and it all will be done. I've made progress. I think is the word. I'm not unhappy with the progress I've made. I've got that grindstone grinding like a good one. And it is grinding like a good one. And that's a step in the right direction. I don't know how far back this has got to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one line. Because I kind of want the farm offset a ways a little bit, if you know what I mean. I want the edge of the farm. Let's try and figure this out. to be in line with that, don't I? Pickaxe is going to break again. It's not a problem. We're nearly at the stage where we can make an iron pickaxe. We're about to get a lot of iron. Where did we put our flint? I think it's in our inventory, isn't it? Yes, it is. Nice. That is just working. I love it when things just work. Should we take that out? That feels like it would look better if we took that out. Now, I know growing crops underground, not entirely practical. There are practicalities around growing crops underground that make it impractical. The weirdest statement in the world ever. That's okay. We don't have to be a genius at this one. So we're saying that the farm goes in here. This is the front row of the farm. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then that's the center line. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more. That's where the water goes. And a bucket of water there will fertilize everything around here. I'm just going to pop that there for now. We're going to fix that differently in the future, but for now, that's where that's living. We'll pop that on the floor there, and we'll pop that probably on the floor there. This is all going to be dirt, because it needs to be, because it's a farm. You can't grow crops on not dirt. You can't do it. Won't work. Right, we're leaving that there, because that's going to get torches all over it. True story. Hey, up, there's another one. There's another one down there. I don't know what they are. They're freaking the heck out of me because I don't know what they are. Now, we could vein mine here, or thingy mine, whatever thingy mining is. We could do that. That one came dangerously close to my tunnel, didn't it? A little worried. I'll cope, but I'm a little worried. Not gonna lie. Okay, that's done. Perfect. So if we, okay, it's given us 11 more iron. Absolutely flipping wizard. Get in there, son. I'm loving its work. I am loving its work. It's doing absolute valiant hero work. Still think we need a better way of making flint. But hopefully we're going to move away from flint shortly, because we're getting a lot of iron. No ifs, no buts. We're getting a lot of iron. Right, so this all needs to be dirt. I just chop and change things around a bit here. We can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can do some dirt here. We'll need more dirt to make the farm bigger. But we can make a start. Nice. We need a bucket of water, which we should be able to do with our bucket. We have a trusty bucket. You know you're making progress in Minecraft when you've got a bucket. When your life has bucket in it, you know you're making progress in Minecraft. Right, over here, we need to do the torch dance. So we're going to do that, we're going to do that, get rid of that. Perfect. That can have a torch on it. Because that should be, yeah, when all this is filled in, it's not. Yes, it is. Okay, it's fine. I'm just confusing myself. Don't worry about it. I'm just confusing myself. I need a hoe. I need a hoe. Any offers? Any offers at all? None? Okay, fair enough. We're gonna go with that. We'll just go stone hoe, I think. I think just a stone hoe. Just a stone hoe. Like that. Perfect. Inventory is rammed again, so we'll get rid of some cobblestone. Boop, boop, boop. Perfect. And we can do some hoeing. Look at the wedginess on that one. She's a bit wedgy, she is. There you go. That should fertilize itself. And then in here we should have a seed. Just a single seed. Do we have melon seeds? We don't have it. any other seed. Okay, that's fine. Just get him planted. Let him do his work. It's a start. It's a farm. It's a start. It's progress of sorts. There's our 11 iron. Look at that. 15 iron. And we've done nothing. We need a create chest. Don't we? Don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have a double chest to make our create chest. Unless we can make iron chests. Can we make iron chests? Is that a thing? We can make iron chests. Okay, cool. That's our create chest then. That's going to live over here somewhere. And we're going to put that in there. That in there. That in there. That in there. We're going to put the iron in it for now. And the buttons. And the andesite and the andesite. I think that's progress. If I put dust in this, what happens? Nothing. It does nothing. It literally does nothing. Nice. That's what you want in life. Something that does nothing. Perfect. We've got another chest, so we'll throw that over here. It's not the cobble chest, but it's got space. Space is good. Can we make the crops grow by... No, just the trees. Gotcha. I'm on your wavelength, game. I'm on your wavelength. This is working. This is wizard. What have we got in the way of gravel on us? 26. We need more cobblestone. Let's get some more cobblestone. And then we can start sieving a bit more. I'm guessing the tediousness will go at some point. I'm guessing at some point we can make a create machine that turns... Well, makes cobble on its own. Doesn't need me. Doesn't need furry ears. I'm kind of sad about that because I like things needing furry ears, but I will readily accept that. So that can go in here. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but it's going in there anyway. That didn't do anything, did it? It's not making the pattern, so we know it didn't do anything. There you go. Now it's making the pattern. Because we are down to our last flint, so we probably should do something about that as well. If I put all that cobble together... Do you know we're going to run out of cobblestone? Did you know that? Did you know that we're going to run out of cobblestone? Here's a true story. It's not a good one, but it is a true one. Nice. And then we hammer that lot with a little bit of the old Amazo miner. And then we can, I suspect, grab all that and turn it into flinty. And then we got more flint. Again, I'm hoping that there'll be a better bit of technology coming down the line that will make that more readily accessible. And I feel we should find a way to amp up our power production here. There is a large water wheel. If we have a look at create, we've used the small water wheel. We've used this fella. But there is this fella, the large water wheel. That's not how you do it. You hold W to ponder. Let's ponder the crap out of that. Nope, that's not how you do it. Okay. We're struggling. We are, I'm not going to lie, struggling. Inventory highlighting on. Turn that off. We want at create. Thank you. Now I want to hold W to ponder. And it's putting it in there. Why are you putting it in there? Go over here. Click on that. Hold W to ponder. There we go. Now we got it. So it just gives us much more power. And we could stack these, I believe, but we'll see. But I think that's where we need to be heading, just so that we can ramp up the power that we get for create, because I think that's going to be the wave of the future. But for now, from the furry-eared one, we are going to go with a cheery old ta-ta.